Hey everybody, Arthur here with another unboxing video, and thank you guys for tuning in because today we got Legend Series Inhumans Marvel's Black Bolt. And this is from the Okoye Build-A-Figure from Black Panther Wave. And he was second worst that I wasn't really, not really second worst, but he was the second figure I really could care less about, but I ended up getting anyway. First one being Namor, and Namor was disappointing. And let's go ahead and check out the packaging. Comes in typical Marvel Legends style box. It's got the Black Bolt right there. Looking super angry. Same image on both sides. And then we have a picture of Black Bolt, all blurry. But now if you want to read a little bit of info. Posed on the back. Okoye and everybody in the Wave 2 build Okoye. So let's go ahead and get Black Bolt out of the package. Got the Black Bolt out of the package, and he does come with a Okoye leg here, which we'll get into detail once I put her together. And he comes with a alternate head. Now, I don't mind when they give us alternate heads, but I am not impressed with this one at all. And it's just, I don't know, I just can't get into it. I love the tuning fork. It's made out of like a softer plastic. But you can also see that right here, it's a little spur of plastic, either from the glue or something of that nature. So, you know, it's always going to draw my eye to it. The face itself, I mean, it's not horrible, but to me, it just feels like Captain America. A lot of the Captain America figures that we've received hasn't had the detail that I would have liked, and it just seems so bland. It's a little bit more sculpt work, but the one style paint and everything, it just, yeah, I'm just not digging it. I like the tuning fork. Tuning fork is pretty cool. The mask, how it is cool, but I just feel like this is a way more cartoony, I guess, if you're looking for super comic booky, like this would be it. Not digging it. The real reason that I even thought about getting this figure, not only to complete my Build-A-Figure, was because it came with this head sculpt. This head sculpt is beautiful. Now, some of you might say, well, it's sculpted and painted very similar to the original head. Well, that is true, but it has a lot more. Look at the teeth are painted white, the blue inside the mouth, the blue eyeliner around the eyes, and that effect coming out of the top of his tuning fork is phenomenal. I love this head sculpt. I love the facial expression. Like, they nailed it. Like, Hasbro's like, hey, I'm going to put a irresistible head inside this package to where anybody that may not know Black Bolt or even give a crap about him, they're going to want it because of this head sculpt alone. And it is so clean, so clean. Now, as we're looking at that head sculpt, it does get full range of motion. I mean, this thing can go around like an owl's head, and you can look down quite a bit. You can look up very, very well. And I really like that because then you could really have him just, you know, screaming at the sky, being like, why? Why? No, I don't know. I don't know what the heck he'd be saying, but either way, let's get into this figure some more. The figure itself is very lackluster. It's a body we've seen before. At least the paint seems pretty solid. As for the line work goes all the way front to back, and it's pretty thick and clean. Unlike my Submariner, I keep wanting to call him Namor, but Submariner, where he has paint defects like crazy. And the body does get some really good ab crunch, but not so much back though. Like this is normal. That's as far back as he goes, but he goes forward quite a bit. Arms get your typical, ooh, they have clicky mode sounds. Oh wait, this one do it? Yeah, I dig sort of like the arms that had the click. You know, makes me feel like they're in the right spots, and that they're going to hold poses very, very well. But you get the ball joint rotates all the way around, even with the little wing. You get some bicep swivel. Now with the bicep, when you go to rotate it, this wing does clip. And you can't really take this off. This is attached. And the wing's pretty cool looking. It can't be any worse than Tech Suit Spidey, where the wings freaking fall off, and they aren't even really wings. They're all like, I don't know what they'd be classified as, but that's just crazy. But these wings work all right. They worked attached for Darkhawk. It just would have been nice to be able to maybe remove them or have alternate arms that didn't have wings, or maybe have them where they fold up a little bit better. Elbow, double jointed. His forearm, now this is where I want to bring in some love and attention. Like the little gloves and stuff, they're painted all right. No rotation in the glove itself, which I would have thought there would have been some sort of rotation, but it rotates at the wrist. But look at the sculpt work. Like the wrinkles and everything in the gloves. Like, it's beautiful. I like it. His wrist is sort of tight to rotate. It's very tight. Probably because of the glove itself, because I can see the glove part actually moving as I rotate the wrist. And then he gets a little bit of bend in the wrist. Same with the other one. Same articulation and everything. I just got a little extra silver right there, which isn't horrible. I can deal with that. I can really deal with that. But figures so far cool. Waist rotates and splits. He can only go out so far. It got the nasty thigh cuts that you guys know I hate. I mean, I'm not a fan. If it takes away from the sculpt or breaks it up, I'm not a fan of it too much. The double jointed knee got that calf rotation, but again, it cuts. Got this. It just wanted to show this part of his leg is not. It's the same one as this one. It's not the proper leg for this one, because look at the gap. This thing does not line up at all. So, and yeah, it's either that or they just couldn't line it up properly when they placed it in there. But man, my quality control issues with Hasbro is just through the roof with this wave. But this isn't going to make it or break it on this figure. It's just something I'll deal with. I mean, I don't even think I'll try to find a new one, because it doesn't really bother me that much, even though it's sort of hitting that little issue of the sculpt is all off. Really nice and tight ankle bend and pivot. Let's get all the motion you'd want to get out of a Marvel Legends figure. Now, the figure itself, if you put his arms down like that, his wings sort of go like so, which is still okay. You're still getting some posing out of the figure. Now, the figure itself, like as I was saying, like I love they sculpted the gloves. I wish they would have sculpted some boots or something, because I just feel like it's just like they took a naked body, casted it in blue, added the line work, which, I mean, maybe could have been sculpted, just something more to this figure, because honestly, the biggest thing about this figure, and this is just my opinion, is this head sculpt as I'm sitting here trying to get him to stand in a cool little pose. I'm trying. There we go. But yeah, so I mean, I love that head sculpt. It is, and I love the gloves. So this figure with the wings the way they are and everything, he's a lot better than I was expecting. Definitely a lot better than Submariner, in my opinion. Like Submariner, you got the staff and you get the alternate head that you could put on the Walgreens Submariner, but it was sort of like a meh figure. But this dude is, I didn't have the other one, And so for my first Black Bolt figure, he's pretty awesome. And I will pop the head off. Let's put on the other one so we can see what that's all about. If it wants to pop on. Oh, his head, you can hear it cracking and crinking. It is very tight on that ball. So I scrapped that idea of trying to pose him on the ground and actually grabbed the old school Toy Biz flight stand because I realized he had a peg hole in his back. So, you know, this thing works great, especially for the fact that I could mount this on the wall and have our Black Bolt just flying. I mean, these stands are pretty awesome, and I love the fact that they still work to this day, until they fell out from shaking too much. But yeah, just pop this bad boy back in. Have them posed however which way you want. So again, I am really, really pleased with this figure. So yeah, I wasn't as disappointed as I thought I would be in this figure. Again, I love the alternate head. Well, the head he comes with, the effects head, more than the regular head. But figure itself, it gets the thumbs up of approval from me because it's a pretty solid figure. So this sums up my unboxing and review of Marvel's Inhumans Black Bolt. And if you guys like what you saw, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more of what I'm doing. And as always, I want you guys to have the best luck hunting. Keep on collecting. Have a beautiful day.